Hey folks, it's a major day in Indian aviation today as India has finally crossed the 500,000 passengers per day mark in domestic aviation. This is a huge achievement for Indian aviation, and we've been coming close to this mark for the past few weeks, hitting 490,000 a couple of weeks ago and inching ever closer. It's, of course, the peak of wedding season. People are doing outstation weddings and everybody's traveling all over the place. So kudos to Indian aviation for that. However, at the same time, people are complaining about very, very high fares, particularly for last minute bookings right now. Now, one major reason for high fares is the fact that the rupee has depreciated significantly against the dollar, and the airline and aircraft business pretty much deals in dollars. The rupee currently trades at about 84.5 rupees to every dollar, and you have to lease your aircraft in dollars, and lots of airlines, including SpiceJet, which has to wet lease aircraft to cover their fleet shortage. Indigo is still wet leasing aircraft to cover the groundings of their Pratt & Whitney aircraft. So you see those white-tail Indigos. I've flown a couple of them, and these are all leased in dollars. So those dollars are more expensive now, and those costs are passed on to the passengers. Thankfully, oil has remained more or less stable, so aviation turbine fuel has not been the same. But let's see what happens in Eastern Europe in the next few days with the Russia-Ukraine situation. Hopefully nothing too bad, and oil prices will remain more or less stable. But that is not the only reason airfares have been so high. We've hit 500,000 passengers per day because there is demand, and unfortunately there are not enough aircraft to meet that demand. If you look at Air India and Air India Express, they combined have about 250 aircraft. If you look at Indigo, they have more than 340 aircraft, but no other airline in India comes close. SpiceJet's fleet, despite SpiceJet raising 3,000 crores in a recent QIP, is currently at about 24 aircraft, and 7 of those are Bombardier Q400s. And there are also 2 leased A320s from Sky Anchor that operate some of the international routes. Then you have Akasa, which has brand new aircraft, which are all Boeing 737 MAX. But they have been affected adversely by the Boeing machinist strike and the aftermath of the Alaska Airlines door blowout, which meant Boeing had to slow down production of 737 MAX aircraft, both by themselves and being mandated by the Federal Aviation Authority in the United States. So the lack of aircraft has really hit Akasa hard. Now, Akasa wanted to be the third cog in Indian aviation, and right now their fleet is at about 26 aircraft. If you look at Flight Radar 24, they've got some new planes, but they have been hit hard because they have not been able to grow as fast as they wanted to grow. I doubt Akasa will hit 50 aircraft by the end of the fiscal year. And this has meant that they haven't been able to add flights. They haven't been able to take some of their current aircraft offline to be reconfigured into an all-economy configuration. Now remember, Akasa got a lot of aircraft that was supposed to be going to other, particularly Chinese airlines at the very start, as did Air India Express actually, some of these MAX 8 aircraft. Unfortunately, these aircraft were in a 2-class configuration. Akasa wants to operate in a maximum 189-seat configuration, or with the MAX 8 200s in a 200-seat configuration. But they haven't been able to take aircraft offline and reconfigure them because they just don't have the capacity to do so. And because these aircraft are in all sorts of varied configurations, it's meant fleet management has gone for a toss. They haven't been able to add enough flights. Whereas Indigo has flights virtually every hour between Delhi and Mumbai, Akasa only has 3 flights a day. And when you don't have the capacity to add flights, you don't have the number of aircraft you want to have, you don't have the pricing power. This is across most of Akasa's routes. Hopefully the Boeing situation will improve now with the strike finally being lifted. and Akasa will be able to get the aircraft, but I don't expect both Akasa and Air India Express, which has ordered Air India actually, which has ordered a lot of Boeing 737 MAX aircraft, to get them all in time, because it'll take Boeing some time to ramp up 737 production to the numbers that they can compete with Airbus. In fact, Air India recently said that they had confirmed some of their options with Airbus for the A350 and the A320 family lines, because one reason that was left unsaid is because Boeing will take time to deliver the 777X and the 737 MAX. So India needs a third airline. India needs more capacity. 500,000 passengers per day is a great achievement, but if you had to hit 1 million, we need more aircraft, and they're just not enough aircraft right now. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe to my channel for more such awesome aviation content, and let me know if you want other such discussions beyond just trip reports.